And that's the end of over number 7. The two umpires, they're meeting in a conversation. I'm not sure the conversation is. End of over number 7. And at the end of 7, it is 43 for 3 in search of 157, and it is still 114 runs to get, and still 114 runs to get.
Yes, still we have some 13 overs to go. A bit of strong game that actually changed the position, but if we know the caliber of the batsman, we have seen him do that in the recent past, so we will have to say that we are a long way from the required 150.
Yes. Have you had the opportunity of seeing any photos from that eruption in St. Vincent?
I've seen some of the earlier footage, but lots of things have happened in the last 24 hours, and some statement things that go on not on the island in particular.
Yes, indeed.
But our prayers and thoughts go out. We all belong to a very small region, small lifestyles in terms of approach to life, and we all depend on each other, and we are just praying for the well-being of every single person in St. Vincent and the other.
Yes, the person is being affected not just on the mainland St. Vincent or St. Vincent, but it is in the whole, but also in St. Lucia.
Well, certainly, I would have extra concerns as well as I have to have it's actually all well and done, so far we've been very concerned about the people on the mainland and also on the islands.
Yes. Way off from it's much closer to St. Vincent and St. Lucia is. Here is a split to bowl to Mohan. Mohan is getting this one pass backward point. There's one man there chuckling backward point and fields. Sends a return, can't stop the singles. Total moves on to 45 to 45. Some almost, it's very strange. Almost 42 years. Almost 42 years to the day that the volcano last erupted. The volcano erupted the second Thursday of April 1979, and it erupted again 42 years later, the second Friday of April. It was the 13th of April 1979, and just a few days short of its birthday. Here is Smith, the ball to Lake. Lake is hitting this one down to long off. They've gone for one, and that's all they are going to be as the return is hauled to the bowler. He takes it well. Total moves on by 1 to 46. 46. We saw indeed our prayers go to the Vincentian community here and those at home and the surrounding islands. Here is Smith, a ball to Mohan. Mohan is hitting this one high. He can be caught. No, he pulls out, and that's our advisor. I think that he would not have gotten there, and so he decided I will take the ball in the bounce, and rightfully he did. That's Rogers. Total moves on by 1 to 47 in the course of over number 8 in search of 157. In search of 157 for victory. 156 scored by the Razor Massive. The Pointers are in some trouble here. They are 47 for 3 in over number 8. Here is Smith to bowl to Leon Lake. Leon Lake is advancing down to that one. He had to stretch when he got there. He was beaten outside the line of the off stumps. The stumps were thrown down. He bats deep in his crease, so it looked like he used his feet, but he didn't get out of his crease.
Certainly he bats more like a person playing golf because his two arms seem to be very tight and they both with flow and such. So these restrictions now have to be corrected if going point. Have to be adjusted rather if going point wants to make a sensible or a chase at what's set. 158 runs.
Here is Leon Lake. That is one down to short square. And going to for a single. Not a good return there, but it's well back up there. And a good run in there. So the over coming to an end. And at the end of over number 8, it is 48 for 3. In search of 157 for victory. An uphill task here for the Pointers.
110 runs to go. We are talking about 12 overs. 99. So the score was 157 and 156. So I scored 156. Target is 157. So going point the Pointers is still trudge on. Cricket is such a funny game. You have to be very careful. You can go by what you see normally and what usually should happen, but what happens is different thing of times to what
That's 99. 12 years. Not impossible. Not impossible. 109, sorry. 109. 109 against. 109 the 12 overs. It's going to be Burton. Burton is going to be bowling to Leon Lake. Right arm over the wicket. Some off spin, I believe he's bowling. Oh, that's a leg spin, Ralph. He bowls a leg spin. Burton. And there are not very many leg spinners around. We see Adams, not the most perfect we have seen in recent time. Here is looking to bowl to Leon. Again, he's in trouble here. He doesn't know what is going on out there. He doesn't have a clue what is going on with the leg spinner. And when you are in doubt, you pull out your broom. When you are in doubt, you sweep. Here is Burton to bowl to Leon. Leon is getting back. What is fortunate is that these balls are pitched on the leg, so he can well afford to sweep. Sweep on line, he can sweep on line because they are already pitching on the leg side. And they are not going across. It's not the goal, he's just trying to spin it. They're just running too straight for the moment. Here is Burton to bowl to Leon. Leon is getting one again. Then he gets his one off the outside edge. It seems it's running close to the final boundary. They're going for one. He'll come back for a second. Will there be a third? They're not going to get that one, that third run. As they have settled for 2 leg buys, it seems. The umpire. Confirmation by the umpire. Sees it came off the pad, not the bat. Not to make him contact at all. Leon Lake. Those are some gifts and he has given them all of them away. He said, I don't want them. Leon Lake. Well, there's going to be a change in line of attack by Burton. He's going to go right arm around the wicket. He's going to go right arm around the wicket. So bowl to Leon Lake. Bowls to Leon. This could be trouble for Leon. Again, this one is lying down the leg side and it's going to be called a wide. Score moves on to 51. All he has to do is to send. He's trying to bowl too fast, you think, Ralph?
Well, he is one who does not really such moves coming in probably as a mixture bowler.
Here is Here is Burton to bowl to Lake. Lake is hitting this one. That's straight to the man at the check of a boundary. That's right. Who sends the return. Good 1-2. Total moves on by 1 to 52. 52 for 3. In the place of over number 9. In search of 157 for victory. Pointers earlier in the race, a massive battle. Welcome back the captain in the person of Ashan Hodge, and he came back on the scene, and the rest was good for him. He continued from where he left off when he was injured. He got injured on the football field, not in cricket at all. He was injured on the football field. He came back today and he slammed some 93 not out. Here is Burton to bowl to Mohan, bowls to Mohan. Mohan to this delivery. He's turning this one off the pad to the man to the forward square boundary, and that's right. Who sends the return? A good 1-2. Can't stop the single. Total moves on by 1. The end of over number 9, and at the end of 9, in search of 157 for victory. They are still requiring 104 from some 11 overs.
sit just maybe a half a dozen runs in it. A bowler who does not bowl regularly. And actually, this is the second time in the season we saw him would have come on in such a capacity and did quite a good job of containment. We talk so much about the actual cricket before us on the ground, but a lot has not been said about the crowd support throughout this season of cricket. And when you look before us, quite a picturesque scene, downtown Valley, and all of the vehicles in front of us, the pavilions, quite nicely spread. One would think that tomorrow in the finals of the Premier League is going to be much a different situation, even with the vehicles and the circulated crowds in the pavilion. And the cricket here at the James Ronald Webster Park looking like cricket of yesterday. The ground a little brownish because of the rain, but back to the active cricket.
Here is Smith. The ball to Mohan. Mohan is lifted this one. High and hard. Down the ground. They've gone for one. We will not get more than that because the return has been sent in there. And that's a good return too by Burton. And total moves on by one. And Mohan was hitting this one down the ground. And didn't have enough power to go over the boundary. But coming around and doing a good job there, restricting the batsman to one. It's 54. Score moves on to in over number 10. In search of 157 for victory. Here is Smith, the ball to Leon Lake. Ball to Lake. Lake is loud appeal, beaten outside the line of the off stump. Appeal going up, not out, says the umpire. Score remains on 54. 54-4-3. First to go was Garvey Lake when the score was on 1. When the score was on 24, we saw the demise of, here is Smith, to bowl to Leon Lake. Leon Lake is moving on the track and then turned on the onside. Gets one. Total moves on to 55. We saw Walker, it was, when the score was 54. And when the score was 37, we saw Northern Lake giving his wicket. So 2 wickets gifted. Here is Smith to bowl to Mohan. Bowls to Mohan outside the line of the off stump. Hitting this one down to the man there, sweeping on the boundary. We won't get more than one. Total moves on to 56. 56 it is. Mohan is there with his skipper, Leon Lake, with 101 required. 101 required. We are just about the halfway point. And we are in over number 10. Here is Smith. Changes his line of attack. He's going to go right arm over the wicket to bowl to the left-handed batsman, Leon Lake. Moves away, passes umpire Webster, bowl to Leon. Leon is getting one down the leg side. He walks it through the onside. The man at square leg moves around to his right field and can't prevent the single. Total moves on to 57. So an even 100 to get. An even 100. So that's 10 runs and overall from here on in. And we'll take getting some good batting to get this. Here is Smith to bowl to Mohan. Mohan is getting one wide down the leg side. Call and signal by the umpire. Extras goes on by 1 and the total moves on to 58. 58. So they are down to double figures. They are 99 away. 99 away the pointers. Here is Smith. From the top of his mat, moves away to bowl to Mohan. Mohan is hitting this one to mid-wicket. They're going for runs. They've gone for 1. We'll come back for a second now. They settle for 1. The return comes in. Not the best return. The end of the over. And at the end of over number 10, that's the halfway point. They are 59. 59 for 3, 59 for 3. The umpire said thank you very much for the ball and it's time to have a drink, guys. A position of 59 after 10 with another 98 runs required. Advantage is a massive.
Certainly advantage is a massive. Starting with a asking rate of just under 8 runs for over. We are now ending up with a position of 10 runs for over, and that's quite a long asking. Based on the quality of batting that we've seen
Indeed, and so the Razor Massive will really look to tighten their grip on this game. And for the pointers, Leon Lake will have to open up his arm. We know Mohan, he can hit the ball, he can hit a big ball, but he will have to start doing that sooner than rather than later, because the scoring, the asking rate is some 9.5, so Ralph, and so the Razor Massive will look to restrict the pointers from getting too many boundaries. But the pointers, in order for them to win this game, they have to at least get one boundary and over and stay in touching distance for at least the last 4 overs. Yes, because I've seen in the modern game, Ralph, that 100 runs is tracing in 10 overs, and so they have gotten. I have seen where the IPL today, the Delhi Capitals chased down 189 runs scored by Chennai, and they really made light work of it. Right, so the impetus must come now from the batsmen. They can't wait until it's too late, because it's already late, and anything after now it's going to be too late, and they will really have to put their feet down now. It's going to be Otto, or rather Burton, sorry. It's going to be Burton, who is going to continue from this the commentator's booth in. He's going to be bowling to Mohan. As we see the captain, Ashan Haji, is signaling to, well, it's the man Otto, who is off the field. Otto, who has gone to get some plasters, it seems, on his fingers. Seem to have picked up a knock there. So it is going to be Burton to bowl to Mohan. See the field, long off. Extra cover, backward point, man on the deep. Extra cover boundary, short third man on the onside, along on, man forward square, and short mid wicket. Here is Burton to bowl to Mohan. Mohan gets a wide. Down the leg side, a short, wide delivery down the leg side. Total moves on by 1 to 60. So yet a ball to be bowling over number 11. Here is Burton again to bowl to Mohan. Bowls to Mohan. Mohan is rocked on the pad. They're going to get runs here. They've gone for 1. We'll come back for a second. They can get 3 if they want it. They can get 3. And Leon is not interested. He's just walking the rest of that second run, Ralph.
Yeah, actually, poor cricket. The ball has gone vacant leg side. There's nobody farther back than the wicket. And certainly that was easily 3 runs, but Leon wasn't up to it, so he went for 1, he struggled for 2, and now he's trying to do some stretches.
Yes. So he's getting up in age, and so one will understand, and he's not the fittest of man right now. So he knows himself. This one is a good shot. This is going to go close to the fence. They've gone for 1. We'll come back for a second, and we'll get the second run. Good feeling there by Rogers. Oh! And that could have easily been a run out there. That was a good throw. That was a very good throw. And good work there done by Burton. But Leon got home. Total moves on by 2 to 64. in search of 157 for victory. Here is Burton to bowl to Mohan. Moves away, passes umpire, bowl to Mohan. Mohan it's in the air. He's going to go clear of the bowler. They have gone for one. That's all they're going to be. The man from the long on, Bungry, goes in, fields, and they only got a single.
Certainly the batters are not the fittest of people that have appeared, and they should be looking for every single run they can get. Now, if you cannot cross the boundary line, you run as many as you could during this period.
Yes, you have to run hard. Here is Burton again. The Bungarees have dried up. Can we remember the last time we had a Bungary in Watover? We'll get that from our school in just a while. Here is Burton to bowl to Leon. Bowl to Leon. Leon is getting one rocked on the pad, no run resulting. Well, we are now in the over number 11, and the last time we had a Bungary was 4 overs ago. In the 7th over, and requiring some 9 runs and over. Ralph, this cannot be good. Here is Burton to bowl to Lake. Well, is he waiting for fireworks? Is he saying, you commentators, you can stay up there and talk. That's your job, and my job is batting, and you will see the fireworks in just a while. Well, we wait to see that.
Certainly we are waiting for fireworks that don't seem to appear to have sparks.
Well, here is Burton to bowl to Mohan. Mohan is hitting this one. It's going to go down to the man there to Milan. Fields, sends the return. Gets a single. Total moves on to 67. 67 it is in the course of over number 11. And is that the end of the over? Yes, it is. So some 90 runs required. 90 runs from 9 overs. 90 from 9. It's what is required to overhaul the 156 scored by Razor Massive. Well, I have a replacement fielder, a substitute fielder. That Otto has gone off, and the man that has come onto the field is Keith Harrigan. Oh, it's going to be Smith. Is this Smith's final over? Smith in his final over has not picked up a wicket, but has bowled well so far. He's bowled well. Yeah, he's conceded some 6 runs and over so far. He has bowled well. Here is Smith. He's looking to pick up Mohan in this over. Bowl to Mohan. Mohan is getting one. That is hitting now to mid-wicket. They have gone for one. It's all they're going to get as the return comes in. Really there to Lanville. Total moves on to 68. 68. Brings the left-handed Leon Lake onto strike. You see umpire Keith Lake goes on to the onside. Umpire Keith Lake and Jack Webster, the 2 umpires in charge of this one today.
And certainly tomorrow.
And tomorrow, well, they are priming for the big event, the grand finale. It comes down tomorrow. It's the Beamers taking on the Farrington Super Sixers as we watch Smith bowl to Leon. Leon is getting this one in there. Somebody's going to get there. No. Was that off the bat? It was. Well, run signal there, so no signal coming, so it's run. It says total moves on by 1 to 69. Ashan can't move. He's not moving that freely. His leg is not well as well, but it's not his hands that are sick, and it was his hands that he used to really pestle the ball all along the ground today. Here is Smith to bowl to Mohan. Bowls to Mohan. He's hitting this one. Down to mid-wicket. He's going to be out. What a catch! What a catch! A magnificent catch! What a catch there! Akmal Rogers it is. He's stuck out the one hand, the right hand, and he said, thank you. Come here. He peeled the hat off, and he said, thank you very much. I want you, I want you, I want you. And it just stuck in his hands. What a magnificent catch there by Akmal Rogers.
Certainly when I was a youngster, we used to call things like that a fluke. That you won't see in cricket for another many years. The guy full speed from the mid-wicket boundary, not being able to reach it, put the right hand down, and for some reason or other, the ball held firmly in that grip, and a fantastic catch.
Well, I just said that Smith was looking to take the wicket of Mohan in this over, his final over, and so he has done very well caught there. And you know, if as feel as you were gonna be, you get that wicket. Well, that wicket would have gone to the fielder, not the bowler. Magnificent catch. You won't see that in about 50 more years. You won't see a catch like that. That was a tremendous catch there by Rogers.
Certainly, you might never see a catch like that again. It's one of the occasions that just happened in sport. The guy was full speed ahead, and he actually took off his hat in the early stages to see if he could have had it covered. The ball was blowing back from him, dropping in front of him, and he was just in time to stretch out that right hand, and the ball didn't even bobble in it, and he was so confident that he had it. He just kept coming to his teammates for that big hit.
And this one is played there on the onside by Leon Lake. They've gone for one. The new batsman is Herbert. Coming to strike now. Total moves on by 1 to 70. 70 it is. What a wonderful catch there by Akamel Rogers. Coming off the mid-wicket boundary. And, well, what a catch.
We had two fantastic catches in this innings, but this one just now.
Yes, that one and the one from Burton. Here is Smith with his tail up. Ball to Herbert. Herbert is driving and Smith stretches out the boot. The ball ricocheting off his boot, but didn't make the stop. The ball goes down to Jacob Pauls. Coming off the mid, long off boundary. Can't stop the single. Total moves on by 1 to 71. 71. What a wonderful catch. I will be speaking about that catch for a long time. Oh, he came off the boundary. And oftentimes the fielders use the sun as an excuse. He didn't. Here is Smith to bowl to Leon Lake. Leon is hitting this one down to the man on the square leg boundary who fumbles, but gets the ball in. Total moves on by 1. The end of the over. It is 72. 72 for 4. 72 for 4 in search of 157. In search of 157. It is 72. 72 for 4.
Certainly the point is getting in the position where the Island Harbour Razor Massive can see. You see what I told you. It was no fluke in beating you the last time, is because they are well in control at this point in the match. We are talking another 8 or so overs. We are talking in the 80s of runs. We are also talking about 4 of the wickets for the Pointers going down, 4 of the better batters as far as the side is concerned.
Yes. So that's the end of over number 12. And at the end of 12, it's a 72 scorer. Yes, scorer say you guys are well on target today. 72 for 4. In over number 13, about to be bowled by Otto. By Burton. Otto has bowled out his coat and he's off the field. Here is Burton. Well, this one is beaten in the Lake outside the line of the off stump. Good bowling there by Burton. Burton says, I'm not going to be running off. I can't pace the ball. I'm a spin bowler. He's bowling some leg spin here. Here is Burton to bowl to Lake. Down the leg side. He hits this one. This time 4 runs. First time in many overs. We are seeing we are now in over number 13. And we are getting a boundary after some 7 overs. My. The last time we saw the ball reaching the boundary was in over number 7. We are in number over 13. Well, some 6 overs ago.
Well, certainly we are expecting the ball to hit the boundary much more in the latter part of the innings anyway.
Well, will stumps be hit now? Here is Burton to bowl to Lake. Bowl to Lake. Lake is looking to drive this one. Doesn't make contact the ball. Ricocheting off the pads of the keeper. No run resulting. The score remains on 76. 76 for 4 in the course of over number 13. Here is Burton to bowl to Lake. Bowl to Lake. Lake is turn this one down the onside. To the man that short mid wicket to his right. That's Harrigan can't stop the single, and the total moves on to 77. 77. Herbert takes his guard from umpire Lake. Tomorrow, the grand finale. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. It's the finals of the Anguila Premier League. It's the Farrington Super Sixers. They will be taking on the Beamers. Well, it's all to play for. It's a loud appeal! Not out. That ball pitching just about just outside of stump, and from my perspective, it was struck outside off stump. But I could have seen the middle and leg stump behind the back of Herbert. Here is Herbert coming forward and driving on the offside, looking for a single here. He could be out. He's gone! Brilliant bit of work there by Jacob. Gets the return in. Solomon whips the bails off, and Leon Lake goes run out by Jacob Pearls, and they are in the mire. They are 77 for 5. But you're not the fastest of runner. You're not the fastest of runner. You are taking on one of the better fielder in the tournament thus far. You're taking on Jacob Pearls, and the ball didn't go very far. It was played straight to him. All he had to do, he came in and with his momentum, lobbed the ball straight to the keeper. The keeper whipped the bail off, and he was nowhere in the reckoning, says the results. No runs.
When he was run out, he was well out of what they consider in television at the frame. I do not know what would have been said out there with the guys. He was far out of his grounds at that point.
Yes. So he goes. Leon Lake, the captain, he's run out. And it brings John Callender to the wicket, replacing his captain. Left-hander for left-hander. 77 for 5. 77 for 5. Here is Atto. It's Burton, rather. Burton. Right arm over the wicket. To bowl to John. Bowls to John. He's getting one shot down the leg side. Loud appeal. Not out, says the umpire. Over coming to an end. And at the end of over number 13, it is a 77 for 5. Yes, some 80 runs, Ralph. Is it 80? You are the mathematician. Is it 80 runs required? Score is 77. So another 80 runs required from 7 overs, 42 balls. Well, a very uphill battle for the pointers. Well, in the IPL, in the international game, they will tell you walk in the park for the batting team.
That's gettable. In our circumstances here, with the quality of batsmen left behind, one cannot make the same statement. I mean, that Guyana once made 50-something from about 18 balls in our league, and we see that happening quite a bit these days. But based on the battle that is to come, there are no persons, it seems like, no batters who really hit the ball.
Well, the golden arm of Lanville Harrigan. We saw it in the third place playoff. And can you repeat that? Lanville Harrigan from the city end, taking up the attack to bowl to Herbert. Bowls to Herbert. Herbert is getting Yorker delivery. Good start there by Lanville. Lanville stands up with his hands akimbo. And he's saying, what are you doing, Herbert? Try to get runs. That's what you need, to get boundaries. You can't hit me. Here is Lanville to bowl to Herbert. Bowl to Herbert outside the line of the offside, but he's cutting this one 4 runs. It is going to go close, yes. It goes into the boundary, goes away for 4. And Herbert there, good shot. Well, the man and the sweeper boundary had no chance. It was hit. He got a boot, seemed to have gotten a boot there, but with this fast outfield, you will really have to be lightning fast.
He would have even had to be extra lucky to stop that. It was hit to the left of the fielder, covered to the right of the sweeper, and certainly a good shot.
Beautiful shot. It was short and with an offer, with accepted, and good looking stroke there by Herbert. Well, it's what it's needed. Boundaries is what they need. Here is Lanville Harrigan again to bowl to Herbert. Passes umpire Webster. Bowl to Herbert. Herbert is getting one. It's in the air. Somebody, the keeper. It is Key to drops it. And that in no how should have been Keith Harrigan's catch. With the wicket keeper that close, the ball that high every day of the week, that must be, he's in the 30-yard circle, that must be the wicket keeper's catch.
Well, I thought on that also, but the fielder was coming in, the ball was right in front of him. It was such a simple catch that it would take almost anybody to take it. But whenever the keeper can get his gloves on it easily, he should be the first to take it. But there is no excuse, bring the keeper in or anybody else in. There is no reason in God's world why Keith Harrigan should have dropped that catch.
Well, the only reason he dropped it, he knows. Here is Lanville. That will be a talk between both of them. The brothers will have to sort that out. We can't get in the middle of it at all. Well, that was a gift. Total moves on to 83. What? The ball went. He could have make a lap around the park, come back and take the catch. He seemed not to even have gotten a hand to that one. Here is again this one rub on the pad is gone. Loud appeal is given out. He's gone. Herbert goes, trap LBW ball, Lanville Harrigan. And Webster say, you're out of here, Mr. Herbert. That's a naughty looking shot. Ball rocking on the pad. And he's gone. Chopped LBW. He wasn't caught. He got 1 run, but he didn't make amends for it. He's gone. Next ball, chopped LBW. Ball, Lanville Harrigan.
So the batsman getting put in that position. One doesn't see why the batsman is looking at him. He came right across his wicket, played across a straight ball, and the result was determined by umpire Jack Webster.
Well, the only thing could have saved him there was if he had gotten an edge to that one. That is the only thing that could have saved him because the ball was not going over the top. The only thing that the ball was doing was breaking the middle stump. And if he didn't get an edge to that one, he's gone for all words.
Certainly the umpire's finger went up too quickly for there to be any thought
Of an edge.
of an edge.
Yes, indeed. It's 83 for 6 in over number 14. 83 for 6. And the writing, one will say, is on the wall.
The writing is on the wall, the paint is virtually dried on it appears to me.
Well. It's Lanville Harrigan who is going to be bowling to the new batsman, and that's Neville Hamilton. We have not seen him in his full cry for this tournament at all, Neville Hamilton. We know that he can hit the ball. We know that he's not the worst player at all, but we haven't really not seen the best of him. And that is not Hamilton. That's Prince who has walked to the crease.
This guy is capable of hitting a very long ball.
Yes.
One of the biggest of sixes hit in this tournament. He hit back to this pavilion, came from his back.
Yes, Prince can really hit the ball. Here is Lanville to bowl to Prince. Short. And cut away down to short third. The man from backward point has to move away. I've gone for one. Looking for a second. We'll come back for it. This could be trouble here. And he gets home. The run out may have been on the non-striker's end. In the end, he gets 2 runs. And the total moves on to 85 at the end of over number 14. It is 85. The point is 85 for 6. 85 for 6 in search of 157 for victory.
Still 72 runs behind, quite a long way, and the wickets seem to be falling quite regularly. Now, Lanville Harrigan always getting a chance to do wonders for his team, and most of the time to generate performance as far as the ball is concerned.
The man with the golden arm, Lanville Harrigan. If he doesn't do it with the bat, you can rest assured you can count on him with the ball. He has done it. He did it. He did it in the third place playoff. And so today he said, why not give me a try, skipper? Let me roll my hand over and show you what I can do. In your absence, I did it for my team. We got third place and now you are here. Let me show you what I can do. And he has done it again. It's going to be Burton, who's going to continue from us here, from this end, at the commentator's booth end, tomorrow, the grand finale. The Super Sixers will take on the Beamers in the grand finale, the final, the APL first ever final. Well, you got to be here. The place to be at 1:13 p.m. It's a James Ronald Webster Park. It's going to be Burton as we watch John Calendar taps away at the crease. And there's an extra feeler on the park. Yes, he has left the park now, an extra feeler, and that's a dog. It's gone off the park now. We're going to continue. Burton, he gets back onto the field. He said, I'm going to feel. I want to feel. I want a victory here for my team. So he's back on the field. Here is Burton to bowl to John, outside the line of the off stump. No run result. Doesn't make contact. Ball goes to be taken by the wicket keeper. Score remains on 85 for 6 in the course of over number 14. Here is Burton to bowl to John. Bowls to John. John to this delivery is hitting this one down to the left of mid-on. They're going to get runs. They've gone for one. They will get the second easily. They're coming back for it. The return goes in, and had that been over the bales, that would have been interesting. That could have been interesting, but he gets home, Prince. He gets home. Total moves on by 2 to 87. 87 for 6. In the course of over number 15. With 5 to go after this one. Here is Burton. Bowl to John. John is hitting this one again to the left of the man. They have gone for one. And this was wider, but well, this is very strange because this ball went much further and they got a long single. Very poor run in there. My Prince says not singles, we need is boundary. So you have to stay down there. You hit singles, I am going to hit the boundary. Here is Otto to bowl to Prince. Down the leg side, wide call by the umpire. Good take there by the wicket keeper. It was a faster, flatter ball. It was wide down the leg side. The keeper scamped across Solomon and Gukaran and took it well, preventing any extra runs. And satisfied with the one. Here is Burton again. Right arm over the wicket to bowl to the right-handed batsman Prince. Prince stops away. Burton bowls. Prince is hitting this one down into the same area. They've gone for one. Will they come back for a second? They will. And this occasion they get a second run. They come back for it. And very strange run there. The ball went there. The very ball before they ran one, now they ran two. Score moves on to 91. 91. So it's Prince who waits for Burton. To this delivery, he's getting one down the leg side. It goes to the keeper. This is going to go close to the fence. In fact, it goes. You could give up the trace because you will have to go to fetch it out of the boundary. It goes away. That's 500 runs to the total. That's not a bit of bowling there by Burton. Yes, 5 runs added to the total. That one was a poor bit of bowling there. You notice that the batsman will have to come to you. It is okay if he gets a boundary, but you stand a chance of getting him. There can be a miss hit. And so we have seen it so far with some 6 wickets down. Well, they will really have to take some more than good batting. They will have to take some extremely excellent batting for the pointers to overtake this. And so you can run the risk of flighting the ball to Prince. Here is Burton to Prince again, flatter, faster down the leg side wide. 97. 97. Losing it a bit here is Burton. Sees the bigger, hard-hitting Prince coming to the crease and is intimidated, clearly intimidated. Who Prince is pung this one straight to the man there at extra cover. He doesn't feel cleanly, but he recovers well and sends the return. Can't stop the single. Score moves on by 1 to 98. 98 it is. 98 for 6 in the course of over number 15 with 5 to go. Some 30 balls. 98. Here is Burton to bowl to John. John can't score. Over coming to an end. And at the end of over number 15, it is the Pointers in search of 157 for victory. They are 98. 98 for 6, Ralph, with just another 59 runs from 30 balls.
Well, still achievable as far as one day cricket is concerned. One of the things Malawi has not stressed enough as far as I'm concerned in this Anguila APL has been the quality of wicket keeping. The quality of wicket keeping has certainly been good throughout the tournament. All of the teams possess good, safe hands behind the stumps. I think the pick of them may very well be the young Burton, but the others are not far behind if they are behind.
Exactly. Would have seen the likes of Josiah John, who has some of the quickest hands we've seen. He's not the fastest mover, but he has some excellent hands as well. Josiah John, who would have played for or represented Anguilla a number of times behind the stumps. And Josiah John, Solomon, we've seen Dion Williams and Dion Burton. Wicketkeeper. Here is Lanville Harrigan to bowl to Prince. Prince is looking for a big hee-ho. Doesn't make contact with that ball. Score remains on 98. 98. 59 from 29.
The thing about Josiah John is that he reads the game well, and he's one of the fair play players.
Yes. Here is Lanville to Prince. Prince is flicking this one over the top there for the man there coming around from wideish mid-on. Man at mid-wicket fields. 99. 99 it is. 58 required. Another 58 runs. So John Calendar. Calendar. So face Lanville Harrigan. Harrigan moves the right arm over the wicket. Bowls to John. John is getting one that is looking for. That's a very ambitious shot. Not sure where he wanted to hit that one. That one looked more like an agricultural shot. He really didn't look good playing that shot at all. The man, if you get the ball over mid-wicket, the ball over mid-wicket, anything between the long on and mid-wicket, that could easily be 4 runs. Here is Harrigan to bowl to John outside the arm. That's it. That's going to go long, high, hard, 6 runs. And we wait for the signal. Is it 6 or 4? That looked very well like 6 runs. It was a full pitch, a full toss on the bat. And Jacob says it's 4. We are waiting and it's 4 runs. So the 100 has been achieved. 103. Another 54 runs. Well, exciting game here.
This game's still not out of
It's not. Because John could hit the ball. Prince could hit the ball. We still have Hamilton to come. Look to see who the bowlers are who are going to finish. But right, still has 2 overs. So, out of the 4 overs, we have not seen Jacob bowling just yet. So, to bring the tail up, it might just be Jacob and Wright. So it is the work is going to get harder for the Pointers. 104 the total. 104 dead ball signal by the umpire. So we expect that Wright will be taking over from Lanville. Here is Lanville to bowl to Prince. Bowls to Prince. Prince is getting one. Oh, the stump has been knocked out of the ground. Allowed appeal. Not out, says the umpire. Is he gone? Well, certainly the end of the over. It's 104. 104 with some 24 balls leave in this game. Ralph, anybody's game?
Anybody's game, but advantage Razor Massive.
Still advantage Razor Massive with some 53 runs, 24 balls. And Wright, we have not seen Wright bowling from the commentator's booth in much for the season. He's going to be taking up the attack from this end. Very interesting.
Well, they are trying possibly anything. It's come down to using their two tightest of bowlers, Jacobs and Wright. So they are deciding that they will go with Wright from this end and Jacobs from the far end. At least 1-6 over to make it very interesting.
Yes. It's going to be Wright. It's going to be hard to hit Wright for 6. We saw it. We've seen it in the tournament so far. And he defended some 7 runs against the likes of Omari Banks in the 3rd place playoff. It is going to be Wright to left-handed John Calendar. And there's adjustment in the field. On the onside, we have long on mid-wicket. A man at backward of square. We have a short mid-wicket. And on the offside, short third man backward point deep extra cover. Man wideish there at short mid-off and a long off. Here is Wright to bowl to. This one was fairly wide. Not called by the umpire. Well, that action looks very suspect as well, Ralph. Oh, here is Wright to bowl to John. Wright to bowl to John. Bowls to John. John to the delivery is in the air. Somebody's going to get under it. It's Lanville who's getting under it. He's going to take the catch. He drops it. Lanville drops it. An easy catch. And the brothers has put 2 catches down. Lanville, he settled. He had it in his hand and said, I don't want you. It is too hot to handle. I don't want you. And that one again in the 30-yard circle. Well.
Certainly maybe that wasn't too hard to handle. That ball had prickles on it because one would not imagine having dropping a catch of that nature. But so it has been.
Well. Cricket, a game of glorious uncertainty. Right, he's going to continue. He was brought back to get the wicket. And, well, chance going a begging. Here is Wright. It's a bowl to Prince. Prince, outside line of the off stump, doesn't make contact. And a wide call on this occasion by the umpire. Umpire said that's too wide. Score moves on to 106. 106, another 51 runs required. Here is Wright to bowl to Prince. Bowls to Prince. Prince is getting this one off the edge. Down to short third man return. Comes in! And John gets in. Total moves on by 1 to 107. And certainly not going to get under Wright that easily. The ball went high, and it didn't get out of the 30-yard circle. Lanville got under it. He didn't have to move, and he spilled it. Here is Wright to bowl to John. Outside the off-stump. This one is hit high, hard, handsome, drop, 4 runs. He had an opportunity, 4 runs. He ran in too fast, too much. He ran past the ball. Alkin was calling his name. He was running away from his father. And he said, I don't want to hear you. And he was running away from his father. And he dropped the catch. So, 111. 111 for 6. And the Razor Massive field, they are falling apart, Ralph.
Well, certainly he misjudged that one. He actually went in too far. Ball over his head. No
Well, here is right again. Can be disappointing. Says I was brought back to pick up wicket. I could have picked up the batsman on 2 occasions. He was dropped in that over. And so at the end, well, that's not the end of the over. Score moves on to 112. 112 from that's some 8 runs already in the over. And that's very expensive from Wright. It's been expensive today. We have not seen Wright going around the park like this. Here is, well, it's because catches were dropped. This one is going to go into the fence. That's 4 more. True backward square. That's 12 runs off the over. The over coming to an end. A lovely shot there. That was short and was helped through backward square there by Prince. And not helping the cause at all. 116. 116. Ralph, anybody's game, 18 balls.
Yes, still anybody's game, but as far as I'm concerned, still raise a massive the edge. The 2 batters there or anyone else to come will have to certainly be hitting the ball, hitting it well. If you get 2 more overs like this, like the one that has just gone well, then certainly we could have a very interesting climax.
41 from 18. That's the equation. 41 from 18, gettable.
It's just for this over coming up now, the big balls, this is a big over, certainly things can really change.
Well, it's going to be Lanville, not Jacob to come into the attack. It's going to be Lanville who's going to continue to John Calendar. Well, interesting. Very, very interesting move here. Not to bring Jacob in. Well, John looks around the park. I see he's on the onside. A man there at a short. Final whitish final area. It is a mid wicket on the boundary. A short mid wicket and a man on the long on boundary. On the offside, you have a long off. Extra cover. Whitish mid off. Man sweeping on the extra cover boundary and a short third. Here is Lanville. Ball to John. Getting this one off the pad. No run resulting. Score remains on 116 and 116, 41 from 17. 41 from 17 is the equation. Here is Lanville to bowl to John. Bowls to John. John is hitting this one high, hard, handsome. 6 runs. Well, that's 4. Oh, well, that's the deepest part of the boundary. And I thought for a moment it had gone over the rope. But coming in there, it's 4 runs. Well, that seemed to have gone over the rope there, Ralph, from our perspective.
That certainly showed me the boundary, that's all I will see.
Well, 120. 120 from where we are. It looks like it had gone over the boundary, but the fielder who's nearest said that's 4 runs. 120. Here is one that is gone. Is no, a wild call by the umpire. Well, the Razor Massive is looking to give this one away. The Razor Massive. Are they going to return the favor? The Pointers had that one in the bag. They gave it away. The Razor Massive have this one in the bag. And are they going to give it away? We'll see. It is going to be Lanville Harrigan who is going to continue to John. There's going to be a conversation between Keith and Lanville. He's saying, settle, my brother. I want you to settle. I want you to understand how the batsman is batting. He's looking to pull you through the onside. So push the ball outside the off stump. Ask him to hit you down to long off. There is a man out at backward square. I think that's a useless man. He should put the man on. Here is Lanville to bowl to John. John is hitting this one. True square. They've gone for one. The man of the mid-wicket boundary comes off. Sends a return. Danger here. And the sun is in the keeper's eye. You get 2 runs. And the total moves on to 123. It is coming down to a tantamount finish here. It is interesting. It is very interesting. 34 runs. 34 runs to get. 34 runs to get. 15 balls. 34 runs. Gettable. Well. 34 runs. 15 balls. Here is Lanville to bowl to John. 34 needed from 15. 34 from 15. That's what is required. Here is a change in the field. There is a change in the field. As we watch Lanville moves away to ball to John. John is hitting this one down to mid-wicket. Jacob has picked up that slot and is only going to get one. Total moves on to 124. So it's 33 from 14. 33 from 14. 124. It's Lanville Harrigan again. Over number 18. Balls to Prince. Prince is getting a short one, which is looking to work on the onside. Doesn't make contact. The ball goes down to the fine leg region. They have gone for one. We'll come back for a second. Leg byes will be signal. 2 runs resulting. Leg byes, a signal coming in there from umpire Webster. Total moves on to 126. 126. And from 13 balls, Ralph, it is 31. Bowler. Here is Lanville to bowl to Prince. Prince is cutting this one. Throw backward point. They're going to get runs here. They've gone for one. That's all they're going to get. That's all they're going to get. Right. Sends the return. 127. 127. 30 runs. From the last two, 15 runs and over. 15 runs and over. Simpler equation. Gettable, very gettable too. And they will have to maximize this one and look for something like 20, 17 of the last over, Ralph. You think?
Average 15 per over for the next 2 overs, quite possible, but can the batsman get it?
Well, it's a good partnership, Ralph. It's a good partnership. They lost their 6th wicket when the score was 83. When the score was 83, and they're now 127. So far, that's a good partnership.
The 2 batters who are in are quite capable of hitting very, very long balls, and they have been picking up the extra boundary here and there in recent times. And like most of the finishes with Island Harbour, this one, 2 will be taken.
Yes. So just about 30 from 2. 30 from 2. Some 44 runs. Some 44 runs partnership so far. Here is Wright. It's a bowl to Prince. The penultimate over. 30 runs. 12 balls. Right. Bowls to Prince. Prince is hitting this one. High, hard, handsome, 6 runs. High, hard, handsome, 6 runs. Game on. Game on. Game on indeed. 25 from 11. 25 from 11. 24 from 11. 24 from 11. Well. Game on. 24 from 11. Here is Wright. To ball to Prince. Prince to this delivery. He's hitting this in the air. Somebody's going to get under it. No, they're going for 1. We'll come back for a second. They're coming for a 2. We'll get it easily. Game on. 23 from 10. 23 from 10, the equation. Well. It's 20. This one is hit. That's going to go for 4. That's a lovely shot. That goes away for 4. That goes away for 4.
One of the things we must always remember, class, they say, is something permanent.
That is permanent.
And this young man, Prince, is a very good hitter of the ball. He has not been getting many runs, but he's very capable.
Here is Prince, faces right. Right is getting one that passes Prince outside the end of the off stump. And so it's the equation is it 23? 8-17. This one's in the air. Can he? Will he be caught? He takes the catch. Catch taken. Catch taken. Celebration. Catch taken. Is he out? Are they going to come upstairs? Yes, the jetted finger has been raised. Prince goes. The jetted finger has been raised. The jetted finger has been raised. He's gone. He's gone clearly on camera. Prince goes. Caught at short. Third man. Prince goes with 17 runs. 18 runs. 18 runs. It's 139. 18 runs. It is a clean catch. It is a very clean catch there. And Prince goes 18 runs from 8 balls. Well, Ralph. 18 from 7, 18 from 8. 18 from 7. It is gettable. It is very gettable. But it is Hamilton. It is Hamilton who has come to the crease. 18 from 7. 18 from 7. It's what's required. 18 from 7. What a game. What a game. Right proven expensive. Right proven to be the man who took the wicket. John was dropped twice in the previous over. He came back and he took up the more dangerous batsman of Prince. But John is still there. It's all to play for. It is very gettable. 18 runs, 7 balls. It's a tantamount finish. She's singing. The fat lady, she's singing her song.
Still Island Harbour match. 18 from 7 gettable, but let's see how the battles go.
Right. Here it goes. It's right to bowl to John. Can he pick up the wicket in his final ball of his spell? He had him dropped in twice in the last over. Here is right to bowl to John. John is getting this one down to short turn, looking for a single. He's going to get it too. He's going to retain strike from the final over. 17 runs. 16. That's 140. 17 runs from 6 balls. 17 runs, 6 balls. All to play for. You don't matter what has happened in the game so far. It doesn't matter what is the score. What is important is that you know you need 17 runs from 6 balls. Forget the score. You need 17 runs from 6 balls, Ralph.
Yeah, certainly, by my reckoning, this is not a time to move. This game is still a massive game because they are right into the depth of the weaker part of the batting for the pointers. I know the guys can hit a long ball, but certainly they're going to have to bring out something miraculous for me, Millie, to win this match. I'm still going for raise a massive by maybe 5-6 runs.
Well, raise a massive by 10 runs. All to play for. All to play for. 17 runs, 6 balls. 17 runs, 6 balls. Here is John to this delivery. He's sitting back down the ground. He's gone. He's dropped. Oh. Well, all to play for. 5 balls, 17 runs. 5 balls, 17 runs. Landville bowls to John. John is hitting this one. Splitting the gap there. Is he going to go into the boundary? Jacob is in attendance. He feels well. Sends a return. They're going to come back for 2. They're going to get it 2. Score moves on to 142. 142 with 15 to get from 4 balls. 15 from 4. You have to go over the top. You have to go over the top. 15 from 4. Here are 4 fours. Here is Landville ball to John. This one, oh! Almost taking out the umpire. Almost taking out umpire Webster. Well. That one was hit too straight. 143. Yes, that would not have been more than one run at all. It would not have been more than one run because it was not struck as powerful as John would have wanted. Here is Lanville Harrigan with 14 runs to get to bowl to the new batsman of Neville Hamilton. Well, will it come down to that? Will it come down to that ball? He may have gotten 1 or 2 runs there, but the long on had it. The long off had it covered, and so it could have been 2 runs by the most. But it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be. Here is Lanville to bowl to Hamilton. Bowl to Hamilton. Hamilton is sitting this one. Through mid wicket. They're going to go for runs here. They're going for 1. We'll come back for a second. No, they're not going to. 144. 13 to get. 14 to get. Well, Alkins is bragging off his son. He called his son and caused his son to drop the ball earlier. Now he's bragging off his son. Well, he wanted a Tantimol finish, he said. So he wanted the ball to drop. Here is Lanville to bowl. This one is hit down too long on. They have gone for 1. Is he going to get back more than 1? The return coming. And that's 12 runs. 12 runs required. 12 runs is all they need. 12 runs. Well, 2 sixes is all they need. 1 ball. He will have to hit this ball. He will have to hit this ball to Weston, and then we will give him 12 runs. If he hit this ball to point, well, he will have to get a no ball. He's not going to get that. That's the game. That's the game. That's the win. The Pointers been defeated by some 12 runs. By 12 runs. It is the Razor Massive who coming out again, beating the Pointers in the last 2 games that they played. The Razor Massive getting the better of the Pointers.
Certainly they were fantastic games. So somebody will win, somebody will lose. But the kind of atmosphere with these games could be nothing else but good for cricket. The Razor Massive put up quite an imposing total of 156, and then certainly the Pointers came back from bring it very close. Quite a nice beat and set up for the finals tomorrow, and this the exchange of hellos now. Everybody heading towards the pavilion to discuss what would have happened today. We've seen some good feeling, some very good feeling in today's match. We've seen some poor running between wickets. That was the poor running was exemplary, and that's unfortunate. And that is an aspect of our game here in Anguilla. We are going to have it to improve. Better feeling. As a matter of fact, by my reckoning, there were a couple of management captaincy errors, poor field placing, something we have to look at. But in terms of excitement, a fantastic game, just as the last one. I've never had any doubt that Razor Massive, they were always in charge of the game, but the Pointers fight back well, and this can only do good for cricket. And with all that is happening in this APL, certainly Millie, we are going to have to find a way for more positive cricket on this side.
Yes, indeed. It was indeed a good match, a good way to settle each and everyone around Anguilla. You have a reason to be at the James Ronald Webster Park in tomorrow at 1:30 in the PM. Come in, because that's when the first ball is going to be bowled off, and it is going to be the grand finale. It is indeed the Beamers from the Stony Ground Valley area. They will be taking on the Farrington Super Sixers. Well, they have met in the preliminaries in their first 2 meetings. They went 1 game apiece. Who is going to get the better of who tomorrow? Tomorrow is what counts. It is not what happened in the preliminaries. It is what happens tomorrow when these 2 teams meet head to head. It is all to play for. $5,000 grand prize, and it comes on behalf of our many sponsors. And so to all our sponsors, we said thank you for being on board with us, the first ever Anguilla Premier League. And after final words from Ralph Hajj, we are going to indeed be saying good evening and good night. But before I hand you back to Ralph Hajj, who's going to close us off, it was truly a pleasure having you with us today. It was truly an entertaining game between the Pointers and indeed the Razor Massive. It was Razor Massive, though, who came out on top 157, 156 when they batted, and the premium scorer being none other than Ashan Hajj. Well, when the Pointers batted, they could only amount 140 for 144. They lost by 12 runs. Well, a game that looked well done and dusted at the halfway mark. Well, the Pointers made a fight of it, and they came back to bring some interest and an interesting finish to this game. Ladies and gentlemen, all to all, I am saying to you, you have to be logged in and log on tomorrow. Be it on MegaCharles54, be it on Class FM or Radio Anguila. You may just be taking us on the Playgo app, digital Playgo app, or on Clean Stream. Wherever, you have to be with us tomorrow when we are going to bring live coverage right here from the JRWP. It is going to be the grand finale. The Farrington Super Sixers, they will take on none other than the Beamers of Stony Ground, the Valley area, and it is all to play for. And we are going to hand you back to Ralph, who is going to take us out. But then, again, we say, you have to be with us tomorrow. Be here because we are going to have a great time from the James Journal website pack.
Well, certainly Millie has said it about all, but I would want to say thank you to the guys behind the scoring of it. Guy behind the scoring in terms of Livingston Clifton, and we will also want to say thank you to Fleming for his support to his role in the scoring area and in the commentary area. And we want to say thank you to our spectators who have so willingly and forcefully come out to look at the proceedings and apart. The players were fantastic from both sides. They called it a grudge match, and really a grudge match it was. Whenever they met, it seemed to have been very close, and in a lot of the Razor Massive matches it was close. In a lot of the Pointers matches it was close, and today it was exceedingly close. We saw some good batting. We saw from both sides, even in some cases they were a little longer than others. We saw some excellent fielding, some excellent catching. We saw some poor catching also. We saw some very poor running if needed, but overall we saw a good game of cricket played here at the Ronald Webster Park. Millie told you that tomorrow it will be the finals of the first ever Anguilla APL tournament that could only go from strength to strength. We know that if you're going to judge by the match which was bringing out after 7 or 8 balls, we are in for quite a bumper crowd tomorrow. The southern district, or some people refer to it as the Farrington Super Sixers, and the northern central district, some people refer to it as the Beamers, but that is generally from the Stony Ground area. No, it's Valley North. They will be coming in against the Super Sixers. The Super Sixers are enthusiastic young players, the anchoring of Terry Adams, then the experienced Beamers on the other end, and it all sets up for a good match. Like today's match has been set up for a good match or a grudge match or whatever. I don't believe tomorrow is anything of a grudge match. Tomorrow it is the finals, and certainly a lot of these guys have been interested in terms of cricket competition, not only across the West Indies and across the world. So we expect a good day of cricket. We expect a good crowd. We expect fantastic excitement. We expect that once you will done your early praise to Almighty on the morning, that you will turn up at the Webster Park to share in cricket for the rest of the afternoon. I will want to say to the people in St. Vincent, have faith. This too will pass. We know that you're going through a lot at the moment, and there is so much uncertainty and risk in it, but we here in Anguilla, like those of us in the wider Caribbean and the world, we are praying for your well-being and certainly hope that you will all be all right at the end of the day. So just capping on what Millie said earlier, he talked about a fantastic day of cricket. He talked about the finals tomorrow. We expect you to turn out. We expect you to be tuned in and listen to what takes place tomorrow here at the James Ronald Webster Park. So until then, we bid you a very pleasant evening and talk to you tomorrow.
So probably will join at halftime.
Halftime.
Over there.
What time?
When I got football, I finish coming quick, we can run go over there. I like when I got that because I ain't got time for it.
Am I carrying commentaries now?